Welcome back for game number 2 between Shawnee Community College and Volunteer State Community College. VolState won game 1 10 to nothing. 10 runs, 9 hits for the Pioneers. Only gave up 2 hits. Did the 3 pitchers that VolState trotted out there. Parker White, R.J. Moore, and Caden Blackford combined for the 5-inning shutout. Parker White picks up the win. He goes to 2-0. R.J. Moore, an inning, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Caden Blackford goes 2 innings. He gives up 1 hit, no runs. Did not walk a batter and did not strike out a batter. VolState moved to 11-4 overall. Of course, not a conference game. Shawnee fell to 0-1 on the season. Let's get to the Toyota Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Saints from Shawnee Community College in Ulen, Illinois. Nolan Loper back at shortstop leading off. Ryan Will in right field batting second. Aiden Runge in left field batting third. Drew Jacobs hitting cleanup. He's the DH in game 2. Tommy Korn in third base batting fifth. McGuire Clark behind the plate. He'll hit sixth. The center fielder bats seventh. That's Eli Ford. And Trevor Sanders gets his first appearance of the year at second base, batting eighth. And Levi Damon out at first base, batting ninth. And on the mound for the Saints, number 30, Gabe Dernberger, 6'2", 210-pound freshman from Orrin, Missouri. And his first appearance at the collegiate level. He will get the start here in game 2 of the doubleheader. So you see the coaches. That's Ken Reichert in the gray BP top. He's in his 7th year with the Shawnee Saints. He's assisted by Dwight Ford. Athletic director for Shawnee is John Sparks. Head coach Jim McGuire out in the red BP top. Hearing from Creel Waddell, who will be the base umpire, and our home plate umpire, Tanner Allison, here for game 2. Here's a starting lineup for the Pioneers. Drew Plummer, he'll lead off and play second base. Reed Mashinsky in right field. Batting second, Easton Denning at first. Hitting third, and Gage Hoover in the cleanup spot. He'll play left field again. Scotty Dean take the equipment off, and he'll be the DH, batting fifth. Devin Thrain out in center field. He'll hit sixth. And in the 7th spot, A.J. Armstrong, the freshman from Woodbury, Tennessee. He's playing third base. Brady Nepper gets his first start of the year, playing shortstop, batting eighth. And Lex Falsoni behind the plate, batting ninth. And he will be catching freshman right-hander Brady Davis, 5'11", 165-pound freshman, part of the Clarksville gang. Attended Clarksville High School, graduating from there a year ago. He's a business major here at VolState, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis, brother to Faith, grandson of Grandpa and Grammy in Clarksville, Tennessee. Davis is on for his 3rd appearance of the year. It's his first start. He has a 1-1 record, 3 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs that were earned. Has not walked a batter, struck out 2, has plunked 1 in his first 2 appearances. Right-hander. Where's the number 23? So Pioneers took game 1 10 to nothing. Appreciate all of you that sent in emails in game 1. If you want to join the show again, as Marissa Blank in Marissa, Illinois did, as did Joy Newsom in Bowling Green. Dr. Wendy Tostenson, president of VolState, also checked in on the email. They are now, let's see, maybe Kyle has left, her husband's left. The truck is gone, but Dr. Tostenson's still out there in left field talking to athletic director Bobby Hudson. She's got her BP top on. She's ready to play. I'm guessing Kyle and Lucas might have gone to get some food. Food would have been good between games, wouldn't it? Alec Tromke and Cooper Anderson. Coop, you still got like a sesame seed on your mouth right there from that Jersey Mike sandwich that nobody brought me. Who was the flyer? Trig? Trig, the no show. Thanks for asking me, Caden Trigg. Jersey Mike's located at 940 Memory Lane across the street from the VolState campus. They are supporters of VolState athletics. Thanks to Michelle Fuller and the gang. I get my number 9 regular on wheat. Get it Mike's way with some banana peppers. That is a perfect sandwich for me, and it's the best sub around. It's a sub above. They've got a sign out there in left center field. We are working on getting some new signs. Coach McGuire will send those off to the printer here soon, but I want to thank Wilson Bank and Trust, Accurate Mortgage, The Curbing Edge, Jersey Mike's, Summit Concrete, Dudat Communications, and MGM Industries. They've got signs on the left center field wall. On the right center field wall, Game Time Sports Field, The Rock Place, Framework Athletics, Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone, Line to Line, the American Legion. They are big supporters of VolState athletics as well. They will run the concession stand here during conference tournaments and special events. Appreciate the folks over there at the American Legion. And hit after hit. We're working on a new Full Count Ministries sign. That should be available here in a couple weeks, and hoping that Chick-fil-A at Gallatin will. Large sign for High Point Health Sumner with Ascension St. Thomas. Brady Davis set to deliver, and he pours in a strike to lead off batter Nolan Loper. And we are underway here at 3:20 Central Time. Game time temperature 71 degrees, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. As Lex Falsoni on the second pitch takes a foul ball off of a lower body area, probably. Jim McGuire will come out with a slow walk, check on him. All-world trainer Justin McKinney's in attendance, along with Nicholas Barge, I want to say. He's an intern from Cumberland University. I got his name and I wrote it down on a score sheet for basketball. I have not transferred it over to score sheet for baseball, so I apologize to Nicholas for not know that I had his last name, but apparently Lex Falsoni's a tough kid. 0-2 pitch coming. Misses outside. Loper, 5'9", 160-pound freshman from Orrin, Missouri. I hope I'm saying that right. O-R-A-N, and he's going to go have a seat on that sharp breaking pitch by Davis to get the first out of the top of the first. Loper was 0 for 2 in game 1. He had a couple pop-outs in the infield and also reached on a walk. That'll bring up Ryan Will. He was 0 for 1 with a walk. Just to back away from a breaking pitch there for ball 1. So we have our super fan out in left field. Dr. Wendy Tostenson, the president, who began her work at VolState on July 1st last year. Will's the right fielder. He looks at a called strike on that outside corner. Tanner Allison, a young man behind the plate. There's an umpire. Late swing there. R.J. Moore, who pitched in game 1, he's out looking for the foul balls. Picks that one up. He was in the right place at the right time. 2-2 pitch coming from Brady Davis. That one misses. Davis thought he might have picked another corner, but that'll bring us to our first Full Count Ministries full count. Game time temperature 71 degrees, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. There's another breaking pitch for a see you later. Back-to-back strikeouts by Davis to begin the top of the first. Game 2 of the year for Shawnee. Still looking for their first run of the year. And Aiden Runge will stand in. He was 0 for 2, had a couple strikeouts in 2 at-bats, swings and misses there. Runge, 6'1", 205, freshman from Chester, Illinois. Ken Reichert gave me a little information. I did not verify this, so if you want to get on your Googler and verify, he says Chester, Illinois is the home of Popeye the Sailor Man. Cooper Anderson is the giving the nod of affirmation there. Line drive, base hit into center field for a 2-out base hit for Runge, his first hit of the year.
The designated hitter, number 27.
Third hit of the day for Shawnee as they only collected 2 in game 1. And one was from this young man, Drew Jacobs from Metropolis, Illinois. His parents, Michael and Kelly, are here. She's got the camera out, also known as a telephone. She is recording. A little conversation. Throw over to first and nearly caught Runge napping. Assistant coach Dwight Ford over there at first base. Another throw over. Had one too many of those in game 1, and Caden Blackford threw one down to the tarp. Did not result in a run, though. 0-1 pitch. That misses outside. Gage Hoover in left, Devin Thrain in center, Reed Mashinsky in right. That's the same outfield as game 1. A.J. Armstrong and Brady Nepper on the left side. That's a new part of the infield for game 2. Slider misses in. Drew Plummer and Easton Denning on the right side, second and first. Lex Falsoni behind the plate, sophomore from Stewart's Creek High School. 2-1 pitch. Pitch in there. That's the same pitch that set down Nolan Loper and Ryan Will. And Davis brings it out on the 2-1 pitch, and the count goes 2-2. Jacobs, a sophomore, looks at a pitch outside. He knows Jace Mizell. Of course, Jace Mizell, former Pioneer, TCCAA Position Player of the Year a couple of years ago. Well, the full count Ministries full count runner will be on the move with 2 outs. There he goes, and there's the pitch fouled off. 53% of the time, G-Code college baseball, at least games that I've done, if the batter swings, the first pitch after the count becomes full count. It's better than a flip of the coin. He's going to foul it off. He may still get out. Goes, and there it is, another breaking pitch. A caught looking. All 3 outs were breaking pitches with 2 strikes, and the batters took them right over the plate. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the first. That was kind to VolState in the first game. Had 8 runs in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back to see if they can do it again on the VolState Sports Network.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Gabe Dernberger, common spelling of Dernberger, on the mound for the Shawnee Saints, 6'2", 210-pound freshman, gets the second start of the year for Shawnee. Just getting their season started here. They'll play at Jackson State tomorrow, a doubleheader. Let's see where they are off to after that. They're going to head down on Friday and take on the third TCCAA team, Southwest Tennessee. They're playing at the Babe Howard JUCO Classic, but they're only playing one game in that classic. That's 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. So they'll face 5 TCCAA foes in their first 5 games. First pitch to Drew Plummer, misses outside. Plum 1 for 2 in game 1, scored 2, walked twice. Was on base 3 out of the 4 times he came to the plate. Looks at ball 2. Tapper chopped to third base. Corn on one hop, throws over to first base for out number 1. Brings up Reed Mashinsky.
The right fielder, number 2, Reed Mashinsky.
Mashinsky 1 for 3. He had a double in game 1. Stands in there from the right side and looks at a disappearing fastball for ball 1. Chopper up the middle, gloved on 2 hops by Loper. He throws to first. 2 ground outs at the bottom of the first inning. Pioneers working their way left to right around the diamond. Ground ball to Tommy Korn at third. And now to Noel Loper at first base. They both threw on to Levi Damon, the first baseman, for 2 outs. And Easton Denning, who walked us off in game 1 with a single to right field, scored the 10th run, stands in there with nobody on and 2 out. Goes 2 balls and no strikes to the 6'3" freshman from McMinnville, Tennessee. Again, want to thank Bob and Lynn Plummer for their kindness toward me and generosity. Ball's grounded foul down the first baseline. Mr. Plummer made a wooden pin own hands out of special wood and said he made it just for me, and it was a labor of love, he said. Breaking pitch misses low and inside, and was able to talk to them between games. They're still here as Drew's in the lineup, but they will probably head back down to Franklin long. There's a drive that's going to get into right center field. Denning smoked that one, and that's a 2-out knock. Second hit of the day for Easton Denning. First 9 batters that came to the plate in the bottom of the first in game 1 for VolState all reached, either on base hits or walks. Gage Hoover drove in a run with a bases loaded walk. It was the first RBI of the game. Looks at a called strike as Dernberger loses his lid. Hoover 1 for 2 in game 1. RBI, 2 runs scored. Also had a stolen base. It smoked toward the third baseman. He's going to reach. We'll have to see how that one scored. I'm going to suggest it was a hit off the glove of Tommy Korn, the left fielder, and quickly the H shows up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. An infield single, and back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit, owned by Lem Pilkington. Rawlings contact for head coach Jim McGuire comes out, I believe, every fall and takes orders for gloves and bats as that pitch to Scotty Dean poured in on the outside corner for a called strike. I do, again, want to thank the Plumbers for their kindness. They've been loyal listeners and watchers and shower-uppers here at the games and been following Drew Plummer since he was 3 years old playing ball. He said check swing fouled into the Saints dugout. And they have been very kind to me. Regular emailers, Poppy and Nana. Everybody ought to have a Poppy and a Nana. Very positive people. They're encouragers. They sure do love their grandson. 0-2 pitch. Just missed somewhere. Must have been a little bit up. Scotty Dean, who went 0 for 1 in game 1. The only Pioneer not to get a hit. But he reached base twice. He walked twice. Scored a run, drove in one. Love to see Scotty Dean get hot as he swings at that breaking pitch, fouls it back. Pioneers back in action after today against Columbia State in conference play. 2 o'clock on Friday and doubleheader beginning at noon on Saturday. Next week, go out of town for a 9-inning game next Tuesday at Calhoun. Right now, I am not planning on going on that trip. 1-2 pitch. I think McGuire Clark, the catcher, was crossed up there. That looked like it went right across the plate from here. But the way Clark caught that, looked like he was expecting a fastball and had to adjust right there at the end. He goes out and has a chat with Dernberger. You'll see that happening. It happened in game 1 with VolState. A cross up with a runner at second base as multiple signs are set down. 2-2 pitch coming to Dean. This is high. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. The runners should be on the move. Ball in a gap. Ought to score 2 runs for VolState. And the pitch is high. And the bases are loaded. First walk of the game by Dernberger after back-to-back singles. And Devin Thrain, the Game 1 Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, steps to the plate. Thrain 2 for 3, had 3 RBIs, scored a run. Steps in with 2 out and the bases juiced. Right down Broadway. Devin Bobby Hudson, the athletic director out in left field, calling for a baseball. Had 1 grand slam already this year. J.C. Menendez hit a grand salami. Clark tried to stick that pitch outside corner, but could not draw it back. Weren't with us in game 1. There was a car parked out in the parking lot that lost some glass on the rear passenger window on a ball that left the yard during batting practice. Young man came out during the game, found that window as that ball goes off the glove of Clark, and there's the first run of the game. It's the Framework Athletics first run of the game scored by Easton Denning. That'll be a wild pitch that allows Denning to reach. Got 4 pitchers up here. They're probably going to say it's a pass ball. So I can't ask them. Pitchers say pass balls. Catchers say wild pitches. VolState leads 1-0. Thrain looking at a 3-ball, 1-strike count now with A.J. Armstrong in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Dernberger, low in the strike zone. Actually probably dropped below the knees as they got to the plate. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Somebody should be shouting heads up to the runners to let them know there's not somebody at first. We're not running on this pitch unless he hits it. And he does, and there it is, a full count. First pitch, foul ball over the light standard behind the first base dugout. We're at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex, Pioneer Field, on the campus of Volunteer State Community College, the main campus here in Gallatin, Tennessee. It's located about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Music City. Full count pitch, misses outside, and back-to-back walks. And the bases are loaded again. Now, A.J. Armstrong, Anakin Jack. I got an email from, let's see, Mr. Weeks, who's the father of a high school baseball player here locally, who happens to become a fan of VolState baseball, and he emailed me to tell me about the origin of the name Anakin in some form or fashion. I wondered why AJ used this walk-up song, and Anakin happens to be the name of Darth Vader, I think. Cooper, did you know that? Cooper Anderson, he's all over that. Popeye, Star Wars, did you know that, Tromke? You didn't have a clue? I sure didn't. But he was watching and listening, I guess, and sent me an email and told me that information. He said he saw that AJ hit a home run, and then he had looked it up. He doesn't even know A.J. Armstrong, but he looked it up and found that A.J.'s real name was Anakin. And he said Anakin's the first name of Darth Vader. He says, hence the Imperial March walk-up song. I'm telling you, I got some smart listeners here. A.J. looks at ball 2 outside. A.J. played in both ends of the doubleheader on Sunday at third base. Did not play in game 1 against Southwest. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Hitting .235. This is his 8th start in 8 games for the season. He has 4 hits, including a home run, 5 RBIs, and he also has a good eye at the plate. Has 8 walks, only 5 strikeouts. Sees ball 3 there. Anakin Jack, one of the members of the Full Count 242 discipleship group, 6'1", 225-pound freshman from Caney County High School, the son of Jack and Sharon Armstrong. And there is ball 4 to number 9. He picks up his 9th walk of the year, 3 straight walks for Gabe Dernberger. That is an RBI for A.J. Armstrong. Scotty Dean's at third. Devin Thrain's at second. A.J. Armstrong down at first base with the RBI walk. VolState leads 2-0 as Brady Nepper steps to the plate for his second time of the season. He's been out with an upper body injury, and last weekend was sick, so did not make the trip. Sophomore from Greenbrier, Tennessee, Greenbrier High School. His dad, Gary is here in attendance, swinging a tapper foul that hit off of Brady's body and inside the batter's box. He's 5'10", he's 170 pounds. Transferred after one semester at Cumberland University. Son of Gary Nepper and Stacy Chapman. Hello to Nana in Springfield, Granddaddy and Grandma in Jackson, Tennessee. Played in 24 games a year ago, got 14 starts, won one pitch. Grounded down the first base line, and that is fair, just inside the bag. That's down for extra bases. One run will score. They're going to send the runner. A.J. Armstrong will stand up. That's a 3-run double for Brady Nepper. He's had RBIs in every at-bat that he's had. That's 2. And a big bases clearing double. A do-dat double by Brady Nepper. Right between Levi Damon in the bag down the first base line. And VolState, all this happening with 2 outs. The first 2 were retired on ground outs. A single by Easton Denning. Single by Gage Hoover, an infield single. Then walk, and a double to Nepper. Brings up Lex Falsoni as VolState is now batted around in the first inning for the second time. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by the son of Jerry and Andrea Falsoni. Armstrong scored all the way from first base on the double. Ryan Will got to it fairly quickly, but Armstrong had his fast shoes on. Head coach Jim McGuire never hesitated sending Armstrong to the plate. And he scored standing. 5-0, VolState leads. Falsoni starts to go, and they want to check with the base umpire, Creel Waddell, C-R-E-E-L, Waddell, handling the bases here in game 2. VolState with 15 unanswered runs against Shawnee here in just 5 innings on offense. That's a nice slider that's going to wink at the inside corner. And the count's going to go deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Walks have not been kind to Shawnee pitching, but they're not typically kind to anybody. Those are free passes. 8 of them in game 1. That's driven into center field. That will get down in front of Ford. They're going to send Nepper. The throw is cut off. There's an RBI single for Lex Falsoni as Nepper scores. Run number 6. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. And for the second time today, Drew Plummer's going to bat twice in an inning. That means white out on my score sheet. That's okay. I'll buy more. That big government retirement check I get, we can buy some supplies. It's a hobby, folks. Wind is blowing in directly from center field. U.S. flag. Nice job receiving the baseball there by McGuire Clark behind the plate. Just did not get the call. The count goes 2 balls and no strikes to Plum. Drives one. That's going to get down the third base line inside the bag. They will hold the runner at second. Falsoni will drop the anchor there. Plummer probably would have tried for second. Falsoni's probably still battling a little bit of that ankle injury. And that is back-to-back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Lem Pilkington and the crew over there. Oh, Frederick Harris, former VolState player, used to work at Hit After Hit. Big sporting goods store in Nashville. Reed Mashinsky looking to continue the inning. Plummer's 1 for 2 in the inning. Shinsky hoping to get a base knock in his second at-bat. Nobody likes to make 2 outs in 1 inning. Falsone leads off a second. As that fastball rides in on Reed, the redshirt sophomore. One of 4 Floridians on the club. Reed Mashinsky, J.C. Menendez, Jaden Perez, and who's that other? Oh, it's Alec Trumpke who's sitting just to my right. He's from Sarasota. 2 balls and a strike now to the son of Mike and Karen Mashinsky. Grampy and Grammy, they live in Sarasota. Fouled straight back, and out goes the 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reed came in hitting .361. Went 1 for 3 in game 1. Picked up his 4th double of the year. And go 1 for 3 and a .361 batting average, and it goes down. Pick up a hit right here, though, Reed, and you're right back up. Nice job of spoiling a good pitcher's pitch there on the outside corner. Just reached out and got the end of the bat. Fouled it down toward the Saints dugout. Two pitch. Grounded up the middle. Will that sneak through? It will get under the glove of Noel Loper into center field. 1 run will score. Mashinsky's going to motor on down to an unoccupied base and get in with a double. Another dude that double drives in a run. And Plummer ends up on third base. Falsone comes in to score. All this happening with 2 outs. Shinsky picks up his second 2-base hit today, and now Easton Denning, who started this rally off with a single. And he's got another one in the inning. Drives that one in the left center field. That should score 2. Glove by Ford, but his throw will go to the cutoff man, and Denning picks up 2 RBIs on the single. And that is back to back to back to back to back hits. 5 straight hits after 3 straight walks in between 2 straight hits. So 8 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, make it 7 hits. In the inning for VolState, Gage Hoover had an infield single off the glove of third baseman Tommy Korn. Started to go, could not hold up, called strike there. Denning just deposited that line drive into left center field. He can pull the ball a long way, but he also can go opposite field. So can Gage Hoover. Took a healthy cut there on that breaking pitch. So Denning at first. 9 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss, and Hoover is down on strikes. That will end the inning. First strikeout for Dernberger. VolState puts 9 on the board, all earned on 7 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll be right back. 9-0 is the score.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes. A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time. Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
Some Jersey Mike subs checking into the ball game for VolState. Elijah Harris will take over at second base for Drew Plummer. And Luke Lawson takes over in center field for Devin Thrain. Having some technical difficulties with my headphone here again, I think. We're good. Wait a minute. Reed's coming out. All right, Thrain's still in the ball game. Lawson is going in for Mashinsky.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Tommy Korn.
But Elijah Harris is at second. And Tommy Korn is in the batter's box. He's going to look at a breaking pitch that just catches the black on the inside corner for a called strike. Korn taps one foul. Korn 0 for 2 in game 1. Did reach on a strikeout as the ball was missed by the catcher and then grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. VolState turned 2 do-dat double plays in the game. Popped up and out of play. That'll get over the maintenance shed. It should be easily found by one of the VolState Pioneers that will come out of the dugout. Instead, Mason Alvin out of Shawnee's dugout. Called strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Brady Davis, and they've all been looking. They've all been on the breaking pitch on the inside corner. Nolan Loper, Ryan Will, Drew Jacobs, and now Tommy Korn, victims of that breaking pitch that catches the inside corner. McGuire Clark will look at the first pitch of the day, and he'll take a strike. Clark, 5'8", 170-pound freshman from McLeansboro, Illinois. What's famous in McLeansboro, Illinois, Cooper? He doesn't know. I bet you the blanks know everything there is to know about Illinois. What do you think? I mean, when you have a city named after you, Marissa, Illinois, named after Marissa Blank. 2-1 pitch misses down in the dirt. There's probably a Joshua, Illinois as well. That's Hudson's dad. Maybe it's a neighboring community. 3-1 pitch from Davis. Fouled straight back, and we'll have a full count. Ministries. Full count. Been a while since the 242 group's been able to get together. Be interesting to see if the guys have been keeping up with their reading. Coop? 3-2 pitch, another breaking pitch fouled off to the right side, and a full count first pitch foul ball. Coop, you been keeping up? You good? You up through acts about 7 or 8? Maybe? I keep trying to send in a verse from each chapter, and the group me is just not handling it. 3-2 pitch, line right up the middle, and McGuire Clark is 1 for 1 on the season. Second hit of the ball game. Fourth hit of the day for Shawnee. As they find themselves down 9-0 here in game 2. Dropped game 1, 10-0. Eli Ford, the center fielder, stands in the plate. He was 1 for 2 in game 1. Pitch a little bit too tall for Ford. 5'7", sophomore from Zalma, Missouri. Swings and misses at that breaking pitch. Drew Jacobs appears to be the only returner from last year's squad. Throw over to first. Back safely is Clark. At least position player-wise. Hunter Serena, who we've not seen yet. He's returning, but Tapper in front of the plate is going to be a tough play. Davis off, bare hands, throws to Denning for out number 2 on the play. Clark moves down to second. Good job by Davis to get off the mound quickly. A swinging bunt by Eli Ford is out number 2. And Trevor Sanders, the second baseman, gets his first at-bat of the day. 5'9", 165-pound freshman from the home of Josh Griffin and the Thrillville Thrillbillies. Who's got a guess? Where in Illinois are the Thrillville Thrillbillies? Swing and a miss on a fastball moving in toward his knees. Come on, Coop. I've already said it once today. I mean, don't be too poor to pay attention to me. Marion, Illinois. Good job, Cooper Anderson. Fastball up. Thrillville Thrillbillies, a summer collegiate team. They play in the Prospect League. Full Count Rhythm played in the Prospect League last year, but moving back to the Ohio Valley League this summer. So I got one trek around to about half of the stadiums or sites for Prospect League. And VolState 2 falls ago, I believe, played a couple games up at Mountain Dew Park or Rent One Park. It's been different names up there in Marion. The home of the Thrillville Thrillbillies. Tapper toward third base. That's going to be a tough play. AJ might eat that one. That's the play right there where Manny.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Oh, what's the third baseman for the San Diego Padres? Manny Machado. He did the fake throw to first base, and whoever the runner was at third, he thought he was going to throw it. He came tearing around third base, turned around, and nailed the runner at third. So 2 hits in the inning. This one an infield single by Trevor Sanders. He and McGuire Clark now are batting 1,000. And runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Levi Damon getting his first plate appearance. Looks at a breaking pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Talking to Levi Damon before the game, he was giving me information about the roster. He's 6'5", 260-pound freshman from Goreville, Illinois. Davis steps off, and apparently just not mentally ready to throw the pitch that Lex Falsoni had called. Of course, that's sent in via a walkie-talkie by pitching coach Trevor Mutzi, and there's another breaking pitch that slips just outside for ball 1. Trevor Mutzi, former pitcher for Cumberland University and Motlow State. He's from Shaw, Mississippi. That's going to get a little piece of the 6'5", 260-pound freshman in his first collegiate at-bat. He takes a plunking. Now the bases are juiced. Top of the order, Nolan Loper is looking for his first hit of the year. Stands in. 0 for 2 in game 1. Drew a walk, but could not push him across. Shawnee is threatening to score their first run as the first pitch is swung on and fouled back. Levi Damon down at first base. On the roster shows the tallest player for the Saints. Breaking pitch misses down. Who's the tallest guy on the VolState playing roster? I'm guessing Gavin King might be. Trumpke, you're a pretty tall fella. Swing and a miss and a nice block by Lex Falsoni. That's 2 strikes. How big old boy are you? 6'4", that's pretty tall. 6'4", 225. Oh my gosh, 208. Dang, what do you got, hollow legs or something? What, you got chicken legs? Got those shorts on. Upper body, you got a small chest. Small chest. What are you, 48? You bought a sport coat? 1-2 pitch from Davis. Breaking pitch grounded foul. You're your chest size. If you go buy a sport coat or a suit, what are you asking for? 46, 44? No, come on, man. You got a bigger chest than that. Come on. Get out and do 20 push-ups real quick. Let's see if we. Oh, that's right. You got that injury, don't you? 1-2 pitch is outside with the bases loaded here in the top of the second inning. Brady Davis, probably the last inning. He probably won't go 3. 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch tapped. It'll go foul. Ken Reichert, the third base coach, makes a stop with his right foot, tosses it into the VolState dugout. Got a left-hander down in the bullpen for VolState getting loose. We don't have too many left-handers anymore. That's Carter Wall. Swing and a miss, and Brady Davis picks up his 5th strikeout and the second time he's gotten Noel Loper. And that ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the second. VolState with a 9-run lead.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is VolState.
Scotty Dean, Devin Thrain, A.J. Armstrong scheduled to face Gabe Dernberger here in the bottom of the second inning. VolState scored 9 in the bottom of the first. In game 1, they scored 8 in the bottom of the first, the 2 most explosive innings of the year. This is game number 16 for the Pioneers. Scored 20 runs in the 3-game series against Southwest Tennessee. The problem was they gave up 30. Won 1 out of 3 games. Other action going on in the TCCAA today. Chattanooga State is playing a doubleheader at Snead State down in Alabama. Dyersburg State is hosting Jefferson College. Dean sees the first pitch inside. He walked and scored in the first inning. Columbia State is hosting Wallace State Hanceville today in a doubleheader, and one game won 8-5, and are ahead 4-0 in the bottom of the second at Columbia, Tennessee. Popped up on the right side. This could be playable. Levi Damon giving chase, and he won't get to it as it lands on the warning track by the tarp down the right field line. Only action in TCCAA. I apologize. Gordon State defeated Cleveland State 11-1. Let's see if they're playing 1 or 2 at Cleveland State. Looks like they're only playing 1 game. Cleveland State 4-2 in conference play. Sure if that loss has already been counted. 8 and 9 it shows on the standings as Scotty Dean takes a strike. Well, a full count Ministries, a full count. Dernberger retired the first two he faced in the first, and instead he's going to plunk Scotty Dean. You know, it's a little sexier to say you got hit by a pitch than walking. Sometimes it doesn't feel as good, though. That is the fourth time that Dean has been plunked, and he's now tied Drew Plummer in that category for the team lead. D-Train will get it at bat. He walked and scored in the 9-run first. Talk about deflating. You get the first two batters out in the inning, and then you give up 9 runs after that. Pitch is high. Back-to-back hits by Easton Denning and Gage Hoover preceded 3 straight walks. And a 3-run double by Brady Nepper. Backbreaker there is, speaking of backbreaker, Thrain backs away from that high and inside pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Then an RBI single by Lex Falsoni, a single by Drew Plummer, an RBI double by Reed Mashinsky, and then a 2-run single by Easton Denning. Finished the scoring, and there's a 4-pitch walk. Thrain given another free pass. 4th walk of the game by Dernberger. A hit batter and a walk. Put 2 on here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and A.J. Armstrong drove in a run with his 9th walk of the year, stands in. Hello to Pa and Nana in Woodbury, Tennessee. AJ has older sister Kaylee. Last I talked to him about it, she was in dental hygiene school in Nashville. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes to the former, at least 2 sports star at Cannon County High School. He's a basketball player, all-conference basketball player. Strong young man, fine third baseman. All around great guy. Looks at a called strike. He's a business major here at VolState. Son of the All-American man, Jack Armstrong, and Sharon Armstrong. The All-American boy, that's what it was, Jack Armstrong. Looks at a pitch just below the knees for ball 3. First family is back. The Tostensons have backed up the pickup truck, sitting on the bed of the truck, watching from left field. And guess what? A.J. Armstrong just drawn another walk. Second time he's given a free pass, and that loads the bases. Hit batter and 2 walks have brought Brady Nepper an opportunity to pick up multiple RBIs again. He already has 3. He is 1 for 1, and he's got 4 RBIs in his 2 at-bats so far. Sophomore from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Been chomping at the bit to get into ball game. Can't remember what game he did play in. It did come in, get a pinch hit opportunity, a sacrifice fly, and then went in and play at shortstop for the last inning of the game as Clark makes a nice stop on a ball in the dirt. The very first ball hit of the inning was a slow chopper to short, and Nepper, who's trying to rehab and get over some arm issue, has to make a throw on the run, and he threw a strike. 2-0 pitch, it's grounded. That's going to get into left field for a base hit. They're going to send only 1 to the plate, and that's Scotty Dean, as Nepper picks up another RBI, and he's 2 for 2 on the season. He's got a double and a single. And Lex Falsoni has a chance to drive in some runs here in the second. It's 10-0. VolState leads. Of course, it was a mercy rule ending to game one after 4 1/3 innings. Pitched by two Saints pitchers. VolState won in the bottom of the fifth on a walk-off single by Easton Denning that scored Drew Plummer, who had walked with one out. Reed Mashinsky doubled. So runners were at second and third when Denning deposited a base hit on the ground in the right field. Falsoni now has a 2-ball, no strike count. He had an RBI single in the left field. Part of 5 straight hits for VolState with 2 outs in the first. He drives one. That's going to get in the same spot in the left center field. They're going to send both runners. He gets by the center fielder. Both runners will move up on the boot by Eli Ford out in center field. So give Falsoni a single. And 2 RBIs as Thrain and Armstrong score on the hit. Nepper moves over to third on the error by the center fielder, and Falsoni moves to second. And Elijah Harris steps to the plate for his first at-bat of the day. Looks at a called strike. VolState now up 12-0. Harris, a couple of hits on the season. Grounds this one to short. It's going to pick up an RBI. Loper throws over to first to retire Harris. He was pinch hitting there for, actually not pinch hitting for Plummer as he came into second base in the top of the second. And now Luke Lawson will step in. Get his first AB of the day. Redshirt freshman. Elijah Harris, a true freshman. Lawson looks at a pitch high and away. Playing his 5th game. It's his second coming off the bench, hitting 200, 2 for 10. Nearly bent down into that one. Falsoni still down at second base. Swinging a foul tip into the mitt by Lawson. Count goes 2 balls in the strike. .5'11", 165-pound redshirt freshman from Powell, Tennessee. Played his baseball at Halls High School. General Studies major, the son of Cale and Beth Lawson. And he laces one out to left field. That's going to drop in front of Ford. They're going to send the runner. The throw's going to go to third. And Lawson picks up an RBI single to score Falsoni. VolState now with 5 in the inning. There we go. Finally got the 5th run up on the scoreboard. And we'll have a pinch hitter. Abe Goolsby will come to the plate to hit for Easton Denning. Local boy from Gallatin High School. Abe has 1 at-bat on the season. He's 0 for 1. Looking to raise that batting average by 500 points. A 6'3", 215-pound true freshman. I think he swung at the first pitch he saw in college. And can't remember he got out, but I think he swung at the first pitch. The son of Keith and Molly Goolsby, they were just down at the series in Memphis or Millington. Met them in the hotel lobby during breakfast. Keith and Molly Goolsby live in Dixon Springs, Tennessee. Abe has an older sister, Amy, and an older brother, Adam, who plate at Lee. Ball in and out of the glove of Clark. But swing by Goolsby. He's down in the count, 1-2 strikes. Hello to Uncle Bryant, Uncle Rick, Aunt Mary, and Uncle Wes. Might also be listening in or listen later on the VolState Sports Network on YouTube. Gillsby, the 8th batter to come to the plate here in the second inning. Still one out. There's one on. Ground ball up the middle. That will get off the base into center field. Abe Goolsby has his first collegiate hit. Now batting .500. Goolsby is the third hit in the 3-hole, and that will bring up another pinch hitter, and this is Cooper Wallace will come in for Gage Hoover, and that may be the end of the afternoon for Gabe Dernberger as head coach Ken Reichert is out to get the baseball from Gabe, and he's carrying another player out there. Looks like a left-hander. We'll tell you all we know about the new pitcher when we return after this short break.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes. A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time. Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
New pitcher on for the Shawnee Saints, Nick Hannon, left-hander. 5'10", 160-pound freshman from Anna, Illinois. On in relief of Gabe Dernberger, who goes 1 1/3 innings, gives up 11 hits, 14 runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, does plunk 1 batter. And the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. There's still only 1 out. That was an RBI ground out. VolState scored 9 runs in the first inning, and so far 5 here in the second over Shawnee, playing their second game of the year. Game 1 was a 10-0 shutout victory by VolState earlier today. Let's see if I've got any emails in here in game number 2. There we go. McLeansboro, Illinois. Jerry Sloan is from McLeansboro, Illinois. Not an NBA expert at all, but wasn't Jerry Sloan an NBA coach, I'm assuming? Player and a coach? I think that's right. So Chris Clark sent that email in. Appreciate you joining the show on VolState Sports Network. Also got an email about a fun fact about Brady Davis. He was a catcher until his junior year of high school. Sent in by his dad, Ryan. First pitch swinging, Cooper Wallace, and he's going to dump one into center field for his first collegiate hit. Let me make sure we got that right. He was 0 for 1 coming in as well, so he and Abe Goolsby now batting .500. And another pinch hitter. This is Brody Prairie getting his first collegiate at-bat. He's been on the mound. But Brody Prairie, a two-way player, getting his first action in the batter's box from Rossview High School in Clarksville, Tennessee. Another one of the freshman full count 242 members. I was going to say, and on deck is going to be another one. Devin Thrain, as that slow breaking pitch curls right in there. The bases are loaded with Jersey Mike subs. Luke Lawson at third, Abe Goolsby at second, Cooper Wallace at first. There's a base hit into right field. Brody Prairie joins the parade and knocks in one. An RBI single for Prairie. And now Jaden Perez will continue the merry-go-round. That is pinch hitters.
Pinch hitter number 18, Jaden Perez.
Perez is getting his second collegiate at-bat as well. He hits for Devin Thrain, who's 0 for 0, walked twice and scored twice. And Jaden, looking at a left-hander, fouls that one to Lucas Wilburn, first base coach. He makes a nice play on that. Of course, he's a former outfielder and a left-handed pitcher for Lane College. The Lane College Lariats. No, I have no idea. Googler, somebody get on their Googler. Drive, that's inside the line, and a base hit for Jaden Perez. He's going to round first, head to second. A head first slide in for Jaden Perez, a 2-run double. A due-dat double off the bat of Jaden Perez for his first collegiate base hit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight hits for the Pioneers. Cooper Wallace and Abe Goolsby come in to score. And a snowman on the board in the second inning as Ball State leads 17-0. Armstrong looks at a pitch on the outside corner. He's walked twice and scored twice. Batting here with runners at second and third. Nick Hannon has come on and given up singles to Cooper Wallace, and Brody Prairie gets that breaking pitch over on the outside corner. And Jaden Perez doubled down the first base line to drive in 2 for his first collegiate hit. 14 hits showing up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Seven in the first, 7 in the second. 9-run first and an 8-run second for VolState. Swing and a miss. Armstrong down on strikes. That's out number 2. And Brady Nepper will come to the plate. He's 2 for 2. He's driven in 4 runs with a double and a single. Ball 1 inside. Brody Prairie down at third base, and Jaden Perez would expect that Luke Lawson might go over to center field and Perez would go into left field or into right field. Dapper down to third base. It's going to need to be a play by Tommy Korn, and he throws a strike to Levi Damon to retire Nepper and retire the Pioneers. Ball State with 8 more runs, all earned, as far as I know, and 7 hits. There was 1 error in the inning. They didn't show it up on the scoreboard, but I've got it on my book. 2 runners left on base. We are through 2, 17-0, VolState leads.
Welcome to the VolState Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for VolState. Number 37, 5'11", 190-pound redshirt sophomore, Bryant Rascal from Montgomery, Alabama. Attended Macon East Academy, and he's a transfer from Cumberland University, where he played on the JV squad there for a couple of years. He's one of the 4 or 5 accounting majors here at VolState. He's the son of Tim and Lauren Rascal. Tim's a retired Navy pilot, now flying for Delta. I'm sure he's listening in on the VolState Sports Network. He has another son, Brady, at Lawson State. Not Bryant, that's his brother, is Brady at Lawson State. And a younger brother, Bryce. So the Killer Bees, Bryant, Brady, and Bryce. That's fun at the house, I'm sure. Hello to Mimi in Northern Virginia and Gigi in Greenville, South Carolina. As Bryant on in the 3rd inning to face 2, 3, and 4 in the Shawnee lineup as Tim Rascal dialed in on the back line there. He says they're watching down in Montgomery, Alabama. Ryan Will struck out looking in his first plate appearance. That was against Brady Davis, who went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. Struck out 5 of the 6 batters that he retired as Rascal threw a beautiful breaking pitch in there and not called a strike. It's a counts 2 balls and a strike. They show 3-0 on the scoreboard, and that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis did plunk 1 batter, faced 10. Fouled off and over the fence. Is that Kirsten Smith down here? The softball player. She's also part of the basketball broadcast team. Tamira Dreer has come up into the press box. She is an integral part of the VolState basketball production team. Freshman here at VolState. She was efforting yesterday without the head guru. For Wallace out in left field. Infield, Abe Goolsby is the new first baseman. 3rd, short, and 2nd remain the same. That's A.J. Armstrong, Brady Nepper, and Elijah Harris. As well as another full count, Ministries full count pitch. Nice pitch there by Rascal. I don't know what that was, but it looked nasty, and a swing and a miss by Ryan Will, and first strikeout for Rascal here in the top of the 3rd. But Tamira was efforting to get us up on the VolState YouTube channel and just didn't know what was going on there. We just couldn't get it done. So A.J. Fawson, the chief engineer, normally handles that. He's on vacation. I don't know where he lives, so I'm not going to go toilet paper his house or anything while he's gone. But huge help to us here who want to do broadcasting. Tamira has a good group of folks that help her. Freddie Miller does sound. Catherine Nixon, she does it all. She'll do some producing, directing, graphics. She'll get on a camera. Maybe she's done sound as well. I don't know. But and Sarah Carson Ivy. Sorry? Ivy Carson. Okay. 2-1 is swung on and missed. Looked like a changeup from Rascal. Telling you, on that full count pitch, it had some movement on it. Not sure if it was a changeup or maybe a split finger or something that he throws with. He's splitting it. Okay. Swing and a miss, and Rascal set down the first two swinging. How's that look down there in Montgomery, Alabama? On that 85-inch big screen TV in the Rascal household. TR down in Montgomery, Alabama. He's another TR. He's TR Jr., though, the second. He's younger than me. Rascal pumping in strikes. This is Drew Jacobs, who struck out looking. The cleanup hitter. Had a hit in 2 plate appearances in game 1. Tapper foul there is Rascal pounding the inside corner with that breaking pitch. Rascal's 4th appearance of the year. He's got a 2.70 ERA. 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It's earned. Walked 3, struck out 3, and sales went a bit high there. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there was that pitch again. It splitter again. It stayed up a little bit, and we'll have another Full Count Ministries Full Count. Appreciate Bryant giving me the opportunity to say that we will have a Full Count Ministries verse of the game after game 2. And he gets strikeout number 3 and retires the side on K's. KKK for Bryant Rascal. And a 1-2-3 inning gives VolState back in the dugout. See if they can get some more hits. 17-0 is the score.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or a judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
We are back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nick Hannon still out on the mound for the Saints. He will face 9-1-2 in the VolState lineup. That's different than what it was when the game started. It should be Lex Falsoni, as he is stepping to the plate, and Elijah Harris and Luke Lawson. Get some new lead in the pencil. There's been a lot of runs and hits. 17 runs, 14 hits for VolState. Here in 2 innings of play in game 2 as Falsoni swings over the top of that first offering from Nick Hannon, who came on in relief of Gabe Dernberger. Fly ball out to right field. Back goes Ryan Will. He's twisting and turning, and he's not going to get that one. Lex Falsoni's going to cruise into second base with a Dudak Communications double. His third hit of the ball game. Came in hitting 500. That's going to go up.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Elijah.
Singleton scored, drove in a run in the first. Singleton drove in 2 runs and scored in the second. Lead-off double here over the head of the right fielder Ryan Will. Brings up Elijah Harris. He had an RBI ground out. And Lex Falsoni looked like he was going into second base a little gingerly. Justin McKinney, the all-world trainer, will come out and talk to Lex, and Lex is going to go off the field, and Hudson Blank's going to come in as a replacement. Probably will get time behind home plate. He is a sometime catcher, so Hudson Blank pinch runs a Jersey Mike sub here in the third inning. Elijah Harris, a true freshman from Cynthiana, Kentucky, played at Harrison County High School. Civil engineering major here at VolState. Son of Vincent and Rebecca Harris. Looks at a called strike. Brother to Jordan, Kaya, and Kimmy, and Tyler. His grandparents in Cynthiana. Mamaw, Grandpa, and Grandma, all of Cynthiana, Kentucky. Fouls that one off. In the third inning, VolState batting for the 4th time against the second pitcher of the game. Driven out to center field. That's well hit. Over is Eli Ford. He's going to make the catch. Tagging from second is Hudson Blank. He'll drop anchor at third base. Harris now 0 for 2. There's the first out of the inning. Brings Luke Lawson to the plate. He started a string of 5 straight hits for VolState. That was hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Did I get them all in there, Tamara? First pitch to Luke. Misses. Reed Mashinsky goes 1 for 2 in game 2. Lawson takes ball 2 down. So 7 now Jersey Mike subs have come in to the game for VolState. That's hit out to deep right center field. Over is Ryan Will. He's going to make the catch, and tagging and scoring will be Hudson Blank, and a sacrifice fly to Lawson. Now 2 outs. VolState leads 18-0. Nobody on brings Abe Gillsby. If you combine Abe and Gillsby, you get Gabe a lot. At least I do. Played in 21 games in the fall, hit 250, had 5 doubles. Half of his hits were doubles. Pops that one up, that will get out of play. Gillsby had a single to center. It was a ground ball that I think hit off the second base bag. Trickled into center field. Later came around to score. Looks at ball 2 outside. 9 in the first, 8 in the second, 1 in the third. That was a slow breaking pitch, and Gillsby had to really wait on. Telling you, we might have to bring our super fan to all the games. So Dr. T, the president of the college, who's still here out in left center field with her husband Kyle, and not sure if Lucas, youngest son, is still out there as that ball gets by. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. They've got the white pickup truck. That is still Lucas out there in left field. VolState has scored 28 runs today. There hadn't been a home run hit. 15 hits here in game 2. There were 9 in game 1. Gillsby with a full count, first pitch, foul ball. Stays alive with 2 outs and nobody on. Cooper Wallace, hoping to get an at-bat here in the bottom of the 3rd, is in the on-deck circle. Driven to deep left field. Will it get over? It will get over the glove of Aiden Runge, if in fact that's still him out there. Might have made a change, but that's a Dudette Communications double off the bat of Abe Gillsby. That is Aiden Runge still out in left field. Second double of the inning for VolState, and Abe Gillsby now 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double. And Cooper Wallace stands in. He's 1 for 1. Gillsby, Perez, and Nepper and Wallace all came in without a hit on the season, and all 4 have changed that. Nepper's 2 for 3 in the game, and Gillsby's 2 for 2. Luke Lawson's 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Brody Prairie in his first at-bat of the year gets a base hit, and Cooper Wallace has just gone 2 for 2 as he dumps one in the center field. They're going to send the runner, and the throw goes to second base, an RBI for Coop. Another of the Clark's Vegas gang. I don't know that I got Cooper Wallace's information in. Let me get to that. 6 foot, 180-pound redshirt freshman from Clarksville Academy, Clarksville physical therapy major, son of Matt Wallace and Tara Goodman. As Brody Prairie, a fellow Clark's Vegasan, stands in. Cooper Wallace has a brother Colton, a Paul in Clarksville, and Poppy's in Daytona, Florida. Prairie now with a 2-ball, no strike count. 2-out rally once again for VolState as they scored 9 in the first inning after the first 2 were retired. Reversed that in the second inning, scoring 8 quickly. Prairie lays off of that breaking pitch. Wind is blowing in from left field, so it's going to take a poke. I mean, it's not gale force winds coming in from left field, but it's a breeze enough to keep that flag up where you can see the stars and the stripes. Prairie singled on a ground ball to third, pops that one up. That'll get out of play. Maybe the Shawnee Community College bus that's pulling up. It's a bus. Is that Shawnee's bus? It is. Ullin, Illinois. That's where Shawnee is, near Metropolis, Illinois. Full count Ministries, full count. The runner is going, and the pitch is down. Ball 4, and Brody Prairie walks. First walk given up by Nick Hannon. That gives Jaden Perez another at-bat here in the third. He doubled down the first base line, drove in 2 runs in his first appearance of the day. It's his second collegiate at-bat that he picks up the double. And stepping in for the third time, true freshman out of Miami. Didn't get his information either, nor the Prairies. But Brody's gotten his in. Well, he's on the mound. Jaden Perez, 5'11", 190-pound freshman from Miami, Florida. biology major, the son of Roger Perez and Jessica Perez. We have the J's on that family as well. Jaden takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. He's down in the count 0-2. Jenna and Jessie are his two younger sisters. Hello to Nanny in Miami, Florida, and Abuela and Abuelo in Miami, Florida, his grandparents. Ground ball foul down the first baseline. Wilburn keeps it in front of him. First base coach. Cooper Wallace returns back to second base. Brody Prairie will step on first base. And Perez down in the count 0-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. 2 is just a little bit outside, and Jaden will get to see another pitch. Might not want to give up on that one too quickly, is what I would say. Again, VolState will be here at home on Friday and Saturday, taking on Columbia State. And Perez cannot hold up on that breaking pitch. He is down on strikes for out number 3. Second strikeout by Hannon. VolState scores 2 more in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the 4th.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Number 35, Jack Lester, getting some time on the mound. It is his first appearance on the mound as a collegiate. He's a freshman out of Collierville, Tennessee, Collierville High School. Psychology major here at VolState. 6'1", 205-pound freshman, son of Blaine and Gina Lester, brother to Mackenzie. The first pitch he throws is grounded to third. A.J. Armstrong will airmail that one past Abe Goolsby toward the wall, and that will result in Tommy Korn stepping on second base as the E5 moves Korn to second, leading off the top of the 4th inning. Lester has a couple sets of grandparents. One in the Villages in Florida, that's Granddaddy and Grandmama. And then Papa Hop and Gigi are in Collierville, Tennessee. Lester is going to pitch from the stretch with McGuire Clark at the plate, who singled and was stranded at third. Swing in a foul ball down the first base line. Gillsby gloves. He'll throw back to Lester, and Lester ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. I'm joined by Tamira Dreer, who is our producer director. Tamira, you don't get on the headset to talk much. You listen a lot.
I really don't. I do listen a lot. That's kind of what I do. Just sit behind the scenes, make sure everything's working, just kind of watch and listen.
Lester pours in a fastball on the outside corner, and Clark goes down looking. A lot of strikeouts in this game.
Right.
As Brady Davis had 5. Bryant Rascal struck out all 3 batters he faced in 1 inning. And now 2 batters in, Lester picks up his first collegiate strikeout. Same spot to Eli Ford, and it's called a strike. Lester, a two-way player, is a switch hitter when he's in the batter's box. He's not a switch thrower, though. He's throwing strikes here in his first appearance. He's 0-2 to Eli Ford, who grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning. Error allowed the first runner to reach. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. Hudson Blank is the new catcher. He's in for Lex Falsoni, who's left the game maybe with a little bit of a tweak of that high ankle sprain he had before the season. Line drive caught by Elijah Harris. Throws back to second, and they double up Tommy Korn, and that's a double play. Line out by Ford. A great play by Elijah Harris.
That was a great play.
How you like that, Tamira?
That was pretty good.
Elijah Harris throws back to Brady Nepper to double up Korn. And basically a 1-2-3 inning to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th. This will probably be the last at-bat for VolState as they lead 19-0.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Hit the
be honest.
Well, I mean, don't lie to me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Why would I do that?
I don't know, but you don't have to say to be honest. Every word out of your mouth. Let your yays be yay and your nays be nay, right? Hudson Blank gets his first at-bat of game number 2.
If only you had that camera over there working.
Hudson was 1 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Drove in 2 runs, had a double. Batting here. And drills one to left field. That's going to get down. And miss, they're going to say, or head coach McGuire was telling Nipper to stay at second base. And it will be I don't know if that's a single or a double. Might go single. We might have to question that later. He moves to second base. I'll just say on the throw, and runners now at second and third as Elijah Harris comes to the plate for the 3rd time, and he's looking for his first hit of the game. 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out. As they say in baseball vernacular, he spits on that curveball. Just whispers at the outside corner. Two out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. 19-0. The Pioneers leaders a line drive, backhand caught by Noel Loper for out number 3. And that will retire the Pioneers. Runs left on base.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit VolState.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more.
For the Pioneers, making his collegiate debut, Dawson Sweetland, a 6'1", 170-pound freshman left-hander from Alcoa, Tennessee. Alcoa High School graduate. Grandson of Big Daddy and Grandma in Friendsville, Tennessee, and Pa and Grams in Maryville, Tennessee. His father is high school football coach, I think the offensive coordinator for the vaunted Alcoa High School football team. They win championship after championship after championship over there. Sweetland getting his first appearance on the mound in a real collegiate baseball game. First pitch misses outside. He delivers to Trevor Sanders. Fouls the next pitch off. Trevor Sanders, Levi Damon, and back to the top of the lineup, Nolan Loper. Sanders had an infield single in his first plate appearance, batting for the second time this year. Jack Lester went 1 inning, faced 3 batters, struck out 1 of them. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Sweetland, who was injured earlier in the year, and I thought there was a chance he was not going to be able to pitch this year, but apparently he's recovered enough to be able to throw, and foul tip in and out of the mid of Hudson Blank. Let's reset the defense here for you. As Cooper Wallace now in left field. Luke Lawson in pretty deep center field out there. Ground ball to second. That's Elijah Harris. He gloves and throws on to Abe Gillsby for the first out. Haven't had a lot of ground outs today. A lot of strikeouts and a lot of pop outs. But Jaden Perez is out in right field. A.J. Armstrong at third. Brady Nepper at short. Elijah Harris at second. Abe Gillsby at first. And Hudson Blank is got the catching gear on for the first time in a collegiate game in the spring. Caught decent amount in the fall. Scotty Dean was injured a good bit. My microphone just went out again right there. I can hear it when it goes out. I don't know what that is, Tamara. I don't know if it's a loose wire in here, but maybe it is. I may see if we can trade that out at some point.
Might be time for some new ones.
Yeah, these are fairly new, though.
Oh, you just bought them?
AJ bought them.
Well,
they're AJ's. Levi Damon at the plate. He was hit by a pitch.
We can just blame AJ.
We'll just ask him. Hey, see what you can do. But AJ Fawson, the chief engineer at VolState. 0-2 pitch is drilled out to left center field. Cooper Wallace over and now in as the wind's holding up that fly ball a little bit. There's out number 2. Looked and sounded good off the bat, but got up in the air and with the wind blowing in, just died. Now Nolan Loper will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in game 2. Struck out looking and struck out swinging. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Did reach once in game 1 on a walk. Sees a called strike there. This is the final inning unless a miracle occurs. There's a base hit in the left field, the start of the miracle if you're a Saints fan. The 4th hit of the ball game. First of the day by Nolan Loper. They would need to score 10 runs in the inning to keep this ball game going. And even VolState hadn't done that. VolState scored 8 twice in an inning. Game 1 and game 2, and then 9 in the first inning of game 2. 9 in the first, 8 in the second, 2 in the third, and 0 in the fourth. Ryan Will, who's also struck out twice, is 0 for 3 on the day. This is only the second game of the year, and he's got his first base hit right there. Dawson Sweetland, you don't have to be that courteous to the visitors from Ullin, Illinois. You can go ahead and close this game out. I'll be broadcasting tomorrow, Lord willing, for the doubleheader softball game. It starts at 12:30. And then we have doubleheader basketball. Are we going to be able to get that up on YouTube, you think?
Yes, I will be here bright and early tomorrow morning to make sure that works.
Okay.
We will hopefully not have any problems.
Broadcast on Comcast Cable 19, Channel 19. Community access, government access, I think, channel. I've never seen it. I don't have that on my package.
I've never seen it either.
On 88.5 WVCP, Gallatin's greatest hits right here on the campus of VolState and on the VolState YouTube channel. In the dirt gets by Blank and will carry over to the on-deck circle. Both runners will move up. Shawnee's looking for their first run of the game and of the season. We're blanked in game 1, 10-0 by VolState. Brady Davis in line to get his second win in 3 decisions for the year. Gabe Dernberger is on the hook for the loss. No save, 2-0 count in there for a called strike to the left-handed hitting Aiden Runge, who's 1 for 2. Shawnee left 3 runners on base in the second. Threatening here with 2 on and 2 out. Sweetland just barely missed on the outside corner there.
By a hair.
Tanner Allison, our home plate umpire. He's not quite ready to go home yet. He wants to earn that paycheck. Stay tuned while the Toyota Gallatin player of the game and the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Drilled out to center field. Over is Lawson. Makes a diving play, comes up, shows the ball, and that is the ball game. A star of a play by Luke Lawson to keep the shutout for the Pioneers, who win this one 19-0. VolState takes the doubleheader. As there were no runs, 2 hits in the inning, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Sweetling gets an inning under his belt of shutout baseball. And the Pioneers win 19-0 after winning 10-0 in game 1. 19 runs, 18 hits on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard for VolState. There was 1 error. And Shawnee, no runs, 5 hits. Shows no errors. I think I had 1 in the ball game for Shawnee. And our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, let's see, got several to choose from here. Brady Nepper, who went 2 for 4 and had 4 RBIs as a leading candidate. Lex Falsoni goes 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So I think we're going to go dual players of the game. Brady Nepper and Lex Falsoni will pick up the honors. Falsoni had to come out due to tweaking a ankle, I believe. But they are your Toyota of Gallatin players of the game. And now let's get to the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. It comes again out of the book of Psalms. Psalm 100. I'm just going to do the first 2 verses. It's a 5-verse psalm, and it is a great, great psalm. But verses 1 and 2 say, "Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs." And you know, when I sing, Tamara,
what?
My motto is, it ain't pretty, but it's loud. So that is from the book of Psalms, chapter 100, verses 1 and 2. Thanks to Full Count Ministries for the use of their equipment from time to time for VolState broadcasts, and also for getting me started in the broadcast business back in the summer of 2021, and that's what led me to right here to VolState.
Glad you came, Tim.
I appreciate that. It's been a wonderful hobby for me here, and I appreciate Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Jim McGuire and all the coaches here, as I do broadcast now all 4 of the sports. So,
yep, got you working.
Yeah. Jim McGuire picks up his 475th overall victory. It's his 93rd against 72 losses here at VolState. And that's my 508th broadcast and my 195th for VolState baseball in 4 years. Just keeping a little running tally here, just for the fun of it. I like numbers. You know, VolState wins 19-0 in a game that takes an hour and 49 minutes to complete. 71 degrees here at Game Time, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. And
it's a beautiful 71 degrees.
Isn't it? It is gorgeous out here as you see the players
It was
Now-
It's a great day to play ball. I'll say that.
That's what Ernie Banks used to say. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Let's play two. So that will do it for us up here in the broadcast booth in the remodeled press box. Thanks to my lovely wife, Susan Reese, and MGM Industries, Right Rug Flooring, Coca-Cola, and Dan Zettel, who helped put on in the nice new countertop with me. And who else helped me here? I know I'm forgetting somebody. No, I guess I got them all. MGM Industries put in brand new windows. When we got here 4 years ago, you couldn't see out a window top or bottom. You had to open it just so you can look out.
Wow.
So big thanks to the folks over there, Joe Gaskins and Patrick Stewart and his group. They put in custom windows, took out the old ones, put in new ones. And then Right Rug Flooring, Kerry Gilbert, a friend of mine, he came in and fixed the flooring in here, put in all brand new carpet squares. After my wife and I ripped out the old one, you talk about some nasty stuff. That was
Wow.
not good. And thank Amos Blake, my friend from Coca-Cola, who donated a refrigerator here for the press box. And
Ooh, yes, thank you for that.
Dan Zettel, the stepfather of Ethan Huddleston, and his help. And again, my lovely wife and I did a lot of painting up here. It took about 6 coats of white paint in the press box. But now it's a lovely place to watch a ball game from, and you're sitting in the seat that Doc Tossenson, when she comes up, she sits in that seat. She said it's a pretty good place to watch, and I agree. The only better
is.
place is right where I'm sitting.
Yeah, it is.
And that's she can sit here, but she's got to call the game if she's going to do it. Maybe I'll have her do that one time.
Well, yeah, maybe we can get her to do it for the basketball games too.
I'm going to get her on a broadcast. Full of energy and a ball of excitement
Love
to
Dr. Tostin.
Get on the broadcast. But that'll do it for now, as J.C. Menendez is calling me. He's calling from left center field. I can see him walking out there. So I will say goodbye for now. We'll be back on the air Friday for baseball to host Columbia State in the third week of conference play. First game is Friday at 2 o'clock, and doubleheader starts at noon on Saturday. So for Dr. T, the president of VolState, and the athletic director, Bobby Hudson, and head coach Jim McGuire, thanks to Tamira Dreer, who's been our guest here for the last part of Game 2. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you all. Thank you again very much for listening and watching on the VolState Sports Network. Good night, everybody.